Hey, let's get it, dudes. Answering your fantasy football questions. Back at it. You know what it is. Playing some PGA. Trying to, you know how it goes. Play like I get to hit a couple balls and then I gotta answer a bunch of questions, which I don't mind answering questions, don't get me wrong. So let's get it. Answering your fantasy football questions. Yo, what's going on? Hoping you're feeling better. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it, Spencer. What's up, J4? I am feeling better. I am feeling better. Last night was a little rough. Didn't feel too good last night, but today I'm feeling much better. What's up? How's your week been? It's been good. How's your week going? How's your week going? Who's that? Who's that? Seth, what's up? Yo, what's up, Uzi? I claimed Damian Williams off of waivers. Hey, that's what's up. Did he practice today? I don't know. Updates for the Bears. I want to see if he practiced. Dalton Schultz's start. Dalton Schultz is a solid start, yes. And everything is taking forever to load on my computer. What is going on? There we go. What's going on? It's taking forever to load. How about Patterson? Patterson, yeah, I mean, he's a must start for right now. Certainly. And it's buffering. Nice. There we go. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Let me see. So I gotta catch up on some of these questions here. All right. He practiced. All right, nice. Full participation. That's good. Have you seen Fantasy Doctor's new video about Chris Carson? I have not. I'm in a situation this week. Knox against Chiefs or Andrews. I'm still going Andrews. Chuba Hubbard, Damian Williams, Brandon Cooks. Pick two. For me, I'm going with Damian Williams. Actually, I got to pull in my rankings here. I want to say Damian Williams and Brandon Cooks. Yo, what's up, Jeffrey? Traded CH and acquired Mike Williams. That's solid. Solid. Dak or Darnold? Thank you. Dak for me. Dak. Yo, what's up, Colin? How you doing? Henderson, Gibson, Chuba Hubbard, Nick Chubb, or Damian Williams at running back 2 and flex. Okay, so I'm going with Henderson and I'm going with Nick Chubb. Henderson and Nick Chubb. Start Patterson, Lamb, or Gibson at flex. For me, Lamb. What's good? I need a flex. Gibson or Mitchell? I'm going with Gibson. Patterson over Chubb this week? No, I would go Chubb. I'm still going Chubb. Oh, that's not good. Well, I did hear he had a neck issue. Yes. You know why I'm here. Yo, what's up, Saklan? How you doing, my guy? CD trade CD for Swift? Absolutely. Also, you look super young now. I know it's because of my I shaved. I shaved. Let me and Saklan, what did I eat today? What did I eat today? I ate some salmon, some broccoli. What else did I eat today? A burrito, like a healthy burrito. Not one from Moe's. I wish it was from Moe's, but what's up, Saklan? And how's everybody doing? We're back here. We're live. I've been off a couple days. Haven't been feeling too well. Feeling better today, though. So I was going to go live last night, but I just didn't feel good. Let's see. So I'm going to get back to some of these questions here. Start CMC over Gibson. As long as CMC comes back, absolutely. CMC, Mixon, and Carson. Do you think they play this week? I really don't think Mixon and Carson are going to play. I think CMC probably has the best chance, actually. Should I be concerned about Jamar Chase this week versus Jair? Is Jair playing? He got hurt against the Steelers. Is he playing this week? Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be playing this week because he got hurt last week. Start one at the flex. Chase Edmonds, Brandon Cooks. Jacoby Myers, Mike Williams, or Daryl Henderson. Oh my gosh, that's it? Daryl Henderson, baby. Give me Daryl Henderson all the way. Gesicki or Knox? Gesicki. If Carson doesn't play, should I start Mike Davis, Kenyon Drake, Alex Collins, or Latavius Murray? For me, Mike Davis. Would you go for Fournette and Jacobs over Pittman this week? Need RB2. Yes, I would. Are we giving up on CH? No, not yet. Time to trade for Michael Thomas. I think it would be time to trade away Michael Thomas if you have him. With him getting closer, his value is never going to be higher. I received my first win last week, and I hope to continue the streak. Darnold or Lamar? I'm going Lamar still. Should I flex Pollard, Odell, Kirk, Gainwell, or Shepard? For me, Odell. I know it's a tough matchup, but I'm still going Odell. Schultz, Knox, or Gesicki? Gesicki. Shouldn't we be worried about the low production from Lamb? I wouldn't be worried yet. This offense is still so high powered. They really didn't need him. You know what I mean? Devontae Smith or Cooper at wide receiver 2. Cooper. Thomas, he's my secret weapon. There you go. I had a steak Greek sandwich with fries. Ooh, just worked from home today. That sounds pretty tasty. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds really good. Najee for Diggs. I'd probably keep Najee personally. I just traded Damian Williams, Hunter Renfrow, and Dalton Schultz for Mike Williams. Do you think that's a good trade? I mean, that's a steal. Yes. Patterson, a good option this week. Montgomery is out and don't have another solid. Yeah. He's still solid, but at some point it's going to go down. Glad you're better. Your advice has helped me go 3-0. Hey, or 3-1. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. I'm good. I'm happy to hear that. Do I bench Cooper for Chase if Jair is out? I would. Or no. I would still go Cooper personally. I think Cooper is just a couple spots. I don't have my rankings pulled up, but I just did them today. Finished them today. I'll be looking at them tomorrow morning, finalizing them. But I'm pretty sure I have. Let me just pull this over here. I'm pretty sure I have Cooper a couple spots ahead of Chase. Let's see. Jair likely out to not practice this week. Yeah, I'd imagine he's probably out. I grabbed them tee off of waivers. Hey, that's what's up. ASAP Crab, yo. Justin Herbert or Tannehill? Justin Herbert. Unless you have both these wide receivers play this week. I'd probably go. No, I'd still go Justin Herbert. Good evening, everyone. Smash that like button. Yeah, do me a favor. If you're in here and you haven't smashed that like button yet, smash that like button for me. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hunter Henry or Dawson Knox? Dawson Knox for me. Thanks, my dude. You're welcome. Hunter Cooks for my flex. That one actually, I should pull up my rankings for that. I gotta double check that. I want to actually say I want to say that I have Kareem Hunt higher. I need to double check this. Where do I? Yeah, Kareem Hunt. I have Kareem Hunt higher. I would go Hunt over Cooks. I got absolutely blessed this week when I won. Chris Carson got 8.5 if he got 9. Oh boy, that's crazy. Russ or Herbert? Who do I have higher? I gotta pull that one up too. I think I have Russ. Yeah, I have Russ higher. So Russ. Would you trade Debo and Damian Harris for Swift? Gosh, that's tough. I probably wouldn't, honestly. I'd probably keep Debo. I'd keep rolling Debo right now. And Damian Harris, I think he's going to get better. He's going to get better. Seclan, looks like Carson might be out for tomorrow. Start 2 standard. Would you start Alex Collins at home versus Michael Carter or Antonio Brown versus Miami? All right, so if I kind of want to say AB. I haven't really. So where I was looking at putting, currently I have Chris Carson as RB22. And if he's going to be out, like I don't think that I'm honestly going to move Alex Collins any higher than that. I think he's going to be right there. So I'd probably put him in like the RB23 range. Honestly, I'd probably move him down. I still don't think he's going to see pass work. I still think Travis Homer is going to be involved there. So I'd probably move him down a little bit. He's probably going to rush for, probably see like, I don't know, 17, 15 carries, somewhere in that range. But I would personally go with AB. I like AB. I like that matchup for that whole team. Let's see. Trade Mike Davis or keep him? I would keep him. I don't think you can get a whole lot for Mike Davis right now. And the thing with Mike Davis is that he's seeing a decent amount of work right now. It's just he hasn't been scoring like you have Cordell Patterson. So it will start to come for Cordell. My RB2 is Cordell Patterson now, though. Hey, if you can, try to trade him. I traded Higgins, Swift, and Shenault for Tyreek, and I'm not. Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's okay. Mike Williams, Swift, Lamb, Henderson, or J-Rob. 1 RB, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. So my wide receiver, I would still go. Let me see who my wide receivers are. And if I didn't get to your question, please feel free to ask it again, because I'm getting a little behind here. The first day of doing this with my rankings up and everything, I got to get used to where I have these guys ranked. I would go CD. So it would go CD, Henderson, Swift is who I would go. CJ. Henderson, Swift, CD. Or no, Mike Williams. I forgot Mike Williams in there. No, honestly, that's tough. I would rather play the running backs. I'm just a running back kind of guy. All right, let's see. Kirk or Darnold? Kirk. Tony or Curtis Samuel? Curtis Samuel. I have Curtis Samuel. I know that for a fact. I have Curtis Samuel higher. Debo, Brandon Cooks, or Antonio Brown? Debo. Got Patterson for Damian Harris and Ayuk. Got Patterson. So you trade, Scott, did you trade away Damian Harris and Ayuk? Is that what you did? Lamar, I haven't been getting any good points. I got lucky the last 2 weeks. Hey, everybody needs some luck. You know what I mean? Everybody needs some luck here. Traded Higgins for Chase. Yeah, I mean, that I feel like they're basically the same player, to be honest with you. I don't see a whole lot of, like, a big difference. Should I trade CH and Julio for DK? I need a wide receiver. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I would do that. What are your top 5 spicy takes this week? I don't have any spicy takes yet. I'm not prepared for it yet. I'll get to you. I will think about that tomorrow, Siklan. I'm going to be live tomorrow before the games. So I'll have my spicy takes for next week for you. But one of them is going to be Cordell Patterson's going to regress in a big way. He's due for regression, guys. He can't keep putting up the points that he is right now. D-Hop or Mike Williams? Who do I have higher? I still have D-Hop higher. Okay, I still have DeAndre Hopkins higher. I'm not ready to move him down. I can't keep moving him down. At some point, he's got to turn this around. I have Deontay Johnson on my bench. Is trading away Amari Schultz and Jonathan Taylor for Eckler, Woods, and Jonnu worth it? Honestly, I'd probably keep. I mean, I do love Eckler. I probably would do that. That's honestly a pretty fair trade. If you're just trying to upgrade, like, at the running back position, I mean, Eckler looks like an absolute stud right now. Henderson, Jonathan Taylor, or Mixon if he plays. Henderson for me. I have Henderson as RB. What do I have Henderson as this week? I think RB9. Henderson is RB9 this week for me. I love Henderson. Would you hold on to Javonte Williams? Absolutely, I would. And here's why I would hold on to Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams is the best back in this backfield. At some point, he's going to take it over. At some point, he's going to take this backfield over. He's the best back. Thoughts on Myers rest of the season? I like him. He's seeing targets and everything. I like him. Lamar or Herbert? Lamar. Nick Chubb or Hunt? Nick Chubb. Henry plus Chase for Kamara and Metcalf. Who wins? Honestly, I think that's a pretty solid trade. Kamara, man, Kamara's been disappointing because he's not seeing those targets. I definitely thought that having Jameis would help him, and it's actually hurting him for some reason. I don't know why. He's getting like 26 carries, but no receptions. If he can start seeing some receptions, he'll be really solid. So I'd probably go with that side, but it's pretty fair. Who should I trade Cordell for? I need a running back. So what I would do with Cordell is I would take him and another piece and try to get like a guys that I would try to target right now would be guys like possibly like Darrell Henderson, DeAndre Swift, maybe like James Robinson. But I feel like you could probably get like those are decent guys that I would try to target right now. Those are some guys. As you guys know, if you watch my previous video, you know I'm in love with Darrell Henderson. You need to get Darrell Henderson. Like I was kind of saying a couple of weeks ago about James Robinson, you need to go and get Darrell Henderson. This is your last opportunity. Go get Daryl Henderson. Spicy takes. Kyler Murray scores 40 fantasy points at home. OBJ has a big breakout game. Vikings defense is #1 scoring defense this week, huh? Chiefs Bills game underwhelms. That'd be a little sad if it underwhelms. Alex Collins will be the #1 waiver wire pick. You think so? He could be. Those are some good takes, though. Why the Vikings the #1? Why that's the clan? Hey, and a couple things here. I guess I should say this real quick. I should promote myself a little bit here. So if you're over on TikTok right now, come over to YouTube. You'll have a better chance of getting your questions answered. All you got to do is click my profile, go to the link tree. The link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel, and there you can ask questions. It's not as busy. I'm able to get through some of the questions quicker over there on YouTube. Also, if you're over on YouTube right now, smash that like button for me. Really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, also hit that subscribe button. And your boy is moving up on the ranks. I actually just had FanDuel reached out to me today, which I'm feeling a little good today. FanDuel reached out to me. So working out a deal with FanDuel right now. And also have another sports book that I'm working out a deal with right now as well. So big things coming to the Aspire Sports Show. And if you can see Saklan there, he has a green name tag. Also, he has a little A next to his name. He joined the membership program. The membership program, you can look at it. It's down below the video. There should be a little join box. You click the join box. There's different tiers that you can sign up for. But the one thing that you always get is priority in chat. Priority in chat. You want your questions answered. Priority in chat. And super chats are available. Hey, okay. There's my promotion, okay? There's my promotion. All right, so where do you have DK ranked? Where do I have DK ranked? Where's DK? DK is 9th. Congrats, thank you. And I'm sorry, I'm still a little stuffy, okay? I'm still a little stuffy, so I apologize. My eyes are probably gonna be watering and stuff. Trade Josh Jacobs for Hollywood Brown and Javonte Williams. I would take that trade. Should I trade Nick Chubb and who? And what do you have his value as? I mean, if I'm trading away Nick Chubb, like I want a really good piece, like a top. I would like if you want to trade him away, what I would do is take Nick Chubb and then another piece and definitely try to target one of the top tier running backs. I would say like Ezekiel Elliott, Aaron Jones, somebody like that is what I would do. It'd be unless you want to get like a top tier wide receiver, like who I would target, Justin Jefferson, like Stephon Diggs, like one of those guys. Let's see. Patterson or Damian Harris this week? I have Damian Harris ranked higher. Do I trade Kittle for Knox and Marquise Brown? I would keep Kittle personally. Would you trade Sony Michel and Michael Thomas for James Conner? I currently have Carson and Gaskin. Ooh, that is brutal. Yeah, I feel like, gosh, I feel like you could probably get something better than James Conner, to be honest with you, Eddie. DK or Calvin? I have Calvin Ridley ranked. No, do I have Calvin Ridley ranked? Yeah, I have Calvin Ridley ranked higher this week. Trade up Mark Andrews for DeAndre Swift. If I'm getting Swift, absolutely. DK or Calvin. Cook and Robinson for Diggs and Carson. Good trade or nah? Cook? Yeah, I think that's a decent trade. 8-point home favorites. Lions lost key pieces on offense. All-Pro center is out. Who is the Lions' best offensive piece? Anthony Barr is making season debut. Is all I need to know. Hey, there you go. So Clan knows what's up. Trades, yes, I would do that. I would get Swift. Michael Carter and Miles Sanders. Would you trade Cooper Kupp and Melvin Gordon for Swift and Lamb? Yes, I would. Herbert or Hurts? I have Jalen Hurts ranked higher. Pick 2 rest of the season. Swift, Najee, Saquon. I would go Najee and Saquon. I love Swift, but I love the other two. Trade Mark Andrews for Swift? Yes, I would. I would do that. Chase or Swift? Chase Edmonds or Swift? Swift. Pick 2, Robert Woods, OBJ, Galladay, Darnell Mooney. I believe I have OBJ and, let me see, wide receiver rankings. Who is it? OBJ, Robert Woods, Galladay, Darnell Mooney. So OBJ is definitely one, and I got to look at the others. I have Kenny Galladay ranked higher. So Kenny Galladay and OBJ. Pitts or Higbee? Pitts. Kittle or Gesicki? Kittle. Michael Thomas and A-Rod for DK. I would do that trade, yes. Patty Mahomes, Mike Evans, Jamar Chase, James Robinson, Chuba Hubbard, Travis Kelce. I'm 4-0. What do I do? Oh, keep it rolling. Don't change anything. If it's not broke, don't fix it, you know? Start T. Higgins or Amari Cooper, whatever that saying is. I feel like I got that saying wrong. Amari Cooper or T. Higgins, Amari Cooper. Thoughts on Julio rest of the season? I mean, I don't really like Julio, to be honest with you. I would have traded him. I didn't really have. I would have traded him after that Seattle game, personally. Swift or Lamb for flex? For me, Swift. Actually, yeah, those two are probably really close. Let me see. Yeah, Swift. Ridley, Saquon, Zeke, or for CMC, Eckler, and Amari? Absolutely. For CMC, Eckler, and Amari, I would do that trade. Start Kyler and Mike Davis Mills. Davis Mills, Sickland. Thoughts on Julio? I would try to trade Julio, to be honest with you. I would try to take Julio and somebody else and try to get rid of him. Schultz or Andrews? Andrews. Ridley or Keenan Allen? Ridley. Ridley, Saquon, Zeke. Yes, I would do that trade. Chenault or Sutton this week? Sutton. Need wide receiver 2. I got Woods, Tyler Boyd, Marvin Jones, Cortland Sutton, Chenault. Need 2 wide receiver. Okay, so I would go with Sutton, and I believe Marvin Jones is the next highest. Yes, Marvin Jones. Then Cowboys, I try to tell y'all about Diggs. Beware if you have a wide receiver. Hey, Diggs does look pretty, but DJ Moore was good last week. DJ Moore, I don't know. I doubt he shouted him the whole time, but DJ Moore had a really good game. No, I got that one. So, don't worry about my running back situation. Who is that? Austin. No, I wouldn't worry about your running back situation. I mean, if you want, try to take one of your, I feel like Gaskin at some point is going to start to come around a little bit. You just have James Robinson, Chuba Hubbard. I mean, it's not great, but, I wouldn't really break up your team right now, to try to get a running back. There will be more running backs that will come along that I would try to get. Let's see. Looking younger with shave, my man. Hey, thank you. Thoughts on A.J. Brown rest of the season? I like A.J. Brown, but it hasn't been great. I know he's hurt, but before that, it wasn't even great. Trade Patterson for A.J. Brown? I would do that. I would do that. What to do with Sutton, Robinson, and Curtis Samuel? Keep Sutton. I'm a little worried about A-Rod right now, to be honest with you. Darnell Mooney is actually kind of taking over as this wide receiver 1 right now. I think that I'm not ready to say Allen Robinson is the wide receiver 2, but right now a lot of the stuff is pointing to Darnell Mooney being wide receiver 1 on this offense. Curtis Samuel, I mean, he just got back. You got to be a little patient with him, but I think for season long, he'll be okay. DJ Moore did do, yes, he's a stud though. Myers is a solid wide receiver 2 and 12-team. Yes. Thanks, man. You always answer my questions. No problem. Hey, you're welcome. OBJ, Sutton for flex this week. Yes, I would do that. Are you asking me which one? If it's one, let me see. Who do I have higher? I want to say OBJ probably. Where's Sutton? Oh, I have Sutton actually higher. So I have Sutton higher. See, this is the practice before the real stuff tomorrow night. The real stuff tomorrow night is when I'll start to be running these off rapid fire, and then Sunday will be really rapid fire after I get a little used to this. Still getting used to my rankings right now. Got to figure out who exactly I have higher, but I do have Cortland Sutton higher. Galladay, Higgins, or Thielen? I have Thielen the highest right now. I would go Thielen. Terry McLaurin or A.J. Brown? Terry McLaurin. Drop Tyson Williams or stash him? I mean, it depends on who you would pick up, but I would stash him for now, just see what happens this week. If he's another healthy scratch, it's time to just cut him. Najee and Amari for Kyler and Carson. I'd rather, I mean, unless you're in desperate need for a quarterback, I'd rather just have Najee and Amari, to be honest with you. 10-4, thank you. You're welcome. Are you higher on James Robinson now? Oh, yeah, definitely. Hey, I've always been high on James Robinson. You can ask anybody on this channel. I've been high on James Robinson for a long time. He was on my buy list weeks ago. I've been high on James Robinson. Let's see. Need to. I still think he's like a back-end running back 1, though. I will say that. I think he's a back-end RB1, very high-end RB2. Evans, need to. Evans, Woods, A-Rod, Davis, Myers, thank you. Evans, I would go with Evans and Davis. Is that Mike Davis? I'm assuming Mike Davis. Evans and Mike Davis. Swift, Kamara, Robinson, Henderson, pick 3. Swift, Kamara, and Henderson for me. Sterling Shepard or Jacoby Myers. I would go with, honestly, I would go with Jacoby Myers. Is it time to panic on Tunyon? I mean, I've never been a big fan of Tunyon, to be honest with you. If Dalton Schultz or Dawson Knox are there, I would definitely go out and try to get them over him, yes. I need to start one Emmanuel Sanders or LaVisca. I believe I have I do have LaVisca higher. Start your wide receivers versus Tennessee. Start your wide receivers versus Tennessee. That needs to be a song. Somebody make up a beat and I'll rap to it, okay? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to rap. I'm terrible. But that's the name of the song. Start your wide receivers versus Tennessee, okay? You do it every week. Start Trey Lance. If he plays, absolutely fire him up. Fire him up. Amari Cooper and Joe Mixon to get Saquon. I probably wouldn't, but that's tempting. It's tempting. I asked you last week. I'm glad I didn't spend any money because it's hey, there you go. There you go. So you get J4. You get to play for free. That's what's up. Thoughts on Amari Cooper rest of the season? I like Amari. Like, listen, this passing attack didn't need to do a whole lot. Like, Dak was super efficient last week, and they were just beating him up, Carolina. So they didn't need to do a whole lot. I like him for the rest of the season. Woods or Shenault as my flex. For me, Shenault. I have CMC, Saquon, Zeke, and Darrell Henderson. What? Do I start CMC over Darrell Henderson? If CMC plays, absolutely you got to play him. Aaron Jones and Corey Davis or Antonio Gibson and DJ Moore. I'd rather have Aaron Jones and Corey Davis, personally. Dalton Schultz or Mike Gesicki. Also, does Urban Meyer last? I don't know, man. I think he does. I think he's going to last the season, but that was definitely not good for PR. What happened this past weekend. So, I would go with Gesicki, and I think he's going to last the full season, I think. My running backs are Patterson and Javonte. Wide receivers are Ridley, McLaurin, Williams, Woods, Higgins, and AJ. What's a good package to trade? So I would take like Patterson, and then I would take one of the wide receivers. It depends on which wide receiver. And go try to target somebody like Darrell Henderson, DeAndre Swift. Probably not going to give up like Najee. Like, it's going to be tough getting one of these top guys, but if you take Patterson and a better wide receiver, like, you should be able to get one of those guys. That's what I would do personally. Thoughts on Tannehill? I mean, he's been pretty disappointing, won't lie. It's been pretty disappointing for Tannehill this year. I was big on him heading into the season. It has not been great. What running back should I target for Mooney and A.J. Dillon or Michael Carter? My running backs are Gibson, Montgomery, Williams, and my bench. I mean, it's going to be really hard to really get anybody with any of those, to be honest with you. I would see if there's any Bears fans that go try to trade Mooney to that team with maybe like David Montgomery. Drop Tannehill, yes. If there's somebody better, absolutely. Trying to get Henderson, absolutely. Okay. Oh, okay. So I see what you're doing. So what I would do is I would take Gibson or take David. I would take Gibson and try to take another piece and get Henderson is what I would try to do. Let's see. Damian Harris or Elijah Mitchell. Damian Harris for me. Start Galladay, Ruggs, or Mooney at flex. Galladay. Seclan picked up Alex Collins for one fab, and the news broke out today that Carson has been missing practices due to a neck condition. Is the injury making my $1 bid an insane investment? Hey, if you did watch my video, my waiver wire video, I'm pretty sure I did say, hey, I would throw $1, one fab buck on Alex Collins. That's what I would do. Probably not a whole lot of people are going to try to pick him up, but I would do that. Just saying. Where do you have Damian Harris ranked? I actually have Damian Harris really high this week. Damian Harris is RB16 this week. I love Damian Harris. I loved his usage last week. I know it wasn't a good fantasy day. It was not going to be a good fantasy day. Zeke scored 3 points against this defense to begin the season, and everybody was like, you know, all the comments I got on my TikToks because I had Zeke as like a top 5 running back. Everybody's like, wow, this aged well. Wow, you're stupid. You're an idiot. That's what everybody was saying over on TikTok after the first game. And now, wait, where's Ezekiel Elliott? I posted a video today of an old video, and it had safe pick Ezekiel Elliott. And I still had people commenting on the video. Wow, all those are pretty good picks, but Zeke. Zeke is a top 5 running back. Like, what is the hate for Zeke? I don't understand. I don't understand the hate for Zeke. I just don't get it. He's been nothing but consistent throughout his entire career. The year that he got suspended for 6 games, he still finished as a top 10 running back in fantasy football. He was still top 10. Like, what? What is the hate for Zeke? I don't get it. Crazy. Please rank these wide receivers: Metcalf, AJ Brown, Lockett, CD. Like, for this week, what I would do is Metcalf. No, I think I have CD, Metcalf, Lockett, AJ Brown. I did it because you told me to in your waiver wire video. Because hey, Seclan, he gets it. He gets it. Hey, 99 cents, a dollar. I'm just gonna say $1. Might as well say $1. Super chat. Appreciate you. Did you have a question? Rocks21 coming in clutch. If you have a question, I didn't see your question. So if you're asking a question or you just want to donate $1, I appreciate you. Thank you. Fournette or Miles Sanders? Honestly, Fournette. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Fournette right now. Fournette's looking good. Drop Shepard to pick up Mooney or AJ Green on waivers. I probably wouldn't. If I'm going to drop one of them, or if I'm going to pick up one of them, it would be Mooney. Just traded Najee and OBJ for DK and Montgomery. Good trade or no? I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have kept Najee, but hey, if you're in a good spot and you can wait for Montgomery to come back, Montgomery should be solid when he comes back. Do I trade Saquon and JT for Harris and Zeke? Who is that? Najee Harris or Damian Harris? If it's Damian Harris, I wouldn't do that. If it's Najee, I would do that 100%. Jacoby or Cordell Patterson at flex, thanks. I would go Cordell Patterson there, but it is close between those two. Should Cordell stay in my lineup or flex or replace Chubb or Saquon and trade one of them? No, I would take Cordell Patterson. I would trade him. I would start Chubb and Saquon 100%. I'm 3-1 and have Hurts and good wide receivers. Do I still make this trade? Ridley, Saquon, Zeke for CMC, Eckler, and Amari? Boy, that's tough. That's really tough. That's a really solid trade. I would probably do that trade, yes. Alex Collins, Emmanuel Sanders, or Damian Harris. Damian Harris, baby. Marvin Jones, Darnell Mooney, Cortland Sutton, Beasley, Corey Davis. For me, Cortland Sutton. Actually, let me double check that. Yes, Cortland Sutton and Corey Davis. I love Corey Davis this week. Henry, Mixon when healthy, Mike Davis right now. CD, Keenan Allen, Gesicki, Galladay. What do I need to trade for? Oh, Russ. I mean, I think your team's pretty solid, honestly. Like, I would just keep it as is. I think it's decent. Cole. That's fine. Josh Jacobs when healthy, a low RB1. I'd say like a RB2, to be honest with you. Here's the thing with Josh Jacobs. He doesn't really see a whole lot of receiving work. So guys that don't run routes in today's NFL are not going to be like true RB1s. The only ones that are actually going to do it are guys like Nick Chubb, because he's so damn good at just running the football, and Derrick Henry. What TV show are you currently watching right now? I'm watching Psych on Prime Video. I'm actually not watching any right now. I do want to watch because I see everybody talking about it. Is Squid Game? Is that what it's called? Squid Games or something? I don't know what it's actually called, but so many people are talking about that right now. So I was thinking about possibly watching that. I think it's on Netflix. Is it on Netflix? TikTok will know. TikTok tells me everything. TikTok's the bee's knees. So is YouTube. YouTube, don't flag me for that. But I think it's called Squid Game. Squid Games. Will Cordell Patterson continue to drop 20 plus? Absolutely not. Yes, it's on Netflix. See, I know I get an answer from TikTok. No, absolutely not. Like his usage is not good right now. I know he's putting up 20 points, but it's not going to continue. I would try to sell high. Hey Tyler, does the Panthers D bounce back this week against the Eagles, or is this a bad matchup? No, I think they'll bounce back. I think the Panthers D, they played Dallas. It was a really tough matchup. Dallas is one of the best offenses in the NFL, and I would do that. Yes. Have you watched? Hey, there you go, Uzi. Uzi asked it at the same time I said it. Hey, we read each other's mind, me and Uzi. I do want to. It's fire. I've seen a lot of people talking about it. I should honestly watch it. Are you worried about Kamara? Is he a sell or hold? Honestly, I'm a little concerned about Kamara. And here's the thing with Alvin Kamara, okay, is that, once again, you want running backs who are seeing work in the receiving game. Those running backs are so valuable in fantasy football. Right now, just Alvin Kamara is not seeing receiving work. And it's a little disappointing. And it's 4 weeks into the season now. There's a real concern. I would hold on to him for one more week. If he has a really good game this upcoming week and he doesn't see any more receptions again, I would try to sell. I'm 1-3. What can I get for Demon for PPR? Kyle asks. So Kyle, this is what I would do. I would go and look at your team. I would go look at a team that's in first place. Okay, look at the team that's in first place, and go talk to the teams that are in first, second place, and see what they would take David Montgomery for. Just go talk to him, because that's your best bet of getting David Montgomery off of your team. Trade it to a team that's a contender right now. They're looking pretty good, and they're like, well, I could probably wait for David Montgomery to come back. So it's really hard for me to say who exactly, but that's what I would do. Yo, dude, drop Sutton for Thomas. Good move. I would have kept Sutton, to be honest with you. But you do you. I would have done that. Unless this is a really deep league, or, not deep, small league. Sanders versus KC, or AB versus Miami. I have AB. I have AB ranked higher. Corey Davis or Tyler Boyd? Corey Davis. Any concerns Mixon isn't getting as much receptions as thought? Not yet. Not yet with Mixon. I mean, it's a little bit, but he's still seeing ridiculous usage as well. And he was seeing receptions early in the season. He's still seeing some, but not yet. Bro, can we talk about Tyson Williams? What we do? Is he even part of the Ravens anymore? So this is what I would do. I would hold on to Tyson Williams for now, just this week. If it gets up to game time and once again he's an inactive, it's time to cut loose with Tyson Williams. I guess I was wrong about Tyson Williams. They'd rather go with the plotter, Latavius Murray, rather him get, 2 yards per attempt, whatever, floats their boat, take him. He gets, a really solid 2 yards. Take the 2 yards and don't play the rookie, or, not rookie, second-year player, but, whatever. John Harbaugh makes the calls, so if he's going to be inactive again, I guess it's time to cut him loose. You told me to start Patterson. Did I tell you? Bro, you're actually goated. Did I tell you? I know I did not tell a lot of people to start Patterson this week. I know that for a fact. So I'm glad I told you, because I was not very high, and I'm still not going to be high on Patterson this week. I'm not buying into it. It's not going to continue unless he's the most ridiculous Adam Thielen broken player ever. Chenault or Ruggs? Chenault. Should I trade away Ridley, Shepard, and Gaskin for T. Higgins and Swift? Absolutely, I would do that. Yes. If I'm getting T. Higgins and Swift, 100%. Start Ridley or Patterson this week? Ridley. Would you rather have Cooks despite the ankle the rest of the season, or Kamara? I'd rather have Dalvin Cook, to be honest with you. Trade Patterson and Keenan Allen for CMC? Yes, I would do that. Think Gainwell takes Sanders' spot later this. No, I don't think he takes his spot, but I definitely think he closes the gap a lot. Hey, I've said it a lot this offseason. Like I was talking about Kenny Gainwell taking a lot of receiving down work because this team was not going to be good. And that's what looks like it's happening. And I think that as Gainwell gets better and better, he's going to see a larger role. He's not going to overtake Miles Sanders, because Miles Sanders is still super talented. But he's going to, I said it, think of him as Nyheim Hines. That's exactly what he is. Nyheim Hines to Jonathan Taylor is exactly what that offense is. A.J. Brown is on the trade block. Should I offer Evans? I would. No. I would keep Mike Evans. Why did the Cowboys drop Jalen Smith? Did they drop him? I thought they dropped him. I thought it was a trade. Oh, geez. Okay, that's what it was. So they dropped him? I have no idea. Where's J4 at? Where's J4 in chat? J4, he's our Cowboys insider. He'll tell you the inside scoop. He spends all day on the Dallas Cowboy forums. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, J4. But he'll be able to tell us. Well, I'll have to ask him next time he's in chat. Who was that? Ozai? We'll have to ask him next time he's in chat. I have Henry and Mixon. Wait. I have Kamara, Hunt, Edmonds, Lockett, Metcalf. Should I accept Barkley for Metcalf and Hunt? Since yes, I would do that. I don't know what the Ravens offense coordinator sees in 2 yards per carry. Yes. See, Uzi gets it. Concerns Kyle Pitts. I'm not concerned yet. I'm not. Not yet. Hurts, Lamar, or Dak if you had to choose one. Hurts, Lamar, or Dak? Dak. Like you're talking this week, right? Well, for season long, I'd rather have. That's close. I'd rather have probably Lamar. I'd rather have Dak, dude. Dak's the GOAT. I traded away Kelsey and Carson for Chubb, Patterson, Hawkinson, and Schultz. What do you think? I mean, I think that's okay. I think that's decent. I would have got Schultz though. I mean, I would try to trade Schultz now. I have Henry, Saquon, and Mixon. So the trade. So, OBJ and Najee for DK Montgomery, good or no? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I would do that, I guess. If you need the wide receiver help. No, Gilmore was traded. Yes, Gilmore was traded to Carolina. Trade DJ Moore and Darrell Henderson for Chase and Gibson. I'd rather have Henderson. I'd rather have Henderson and Moore, Sergio. Hurts. No, I got that one. Bench Woods for Sutton or Chenault this week? Sutton. Cortland Sutton. I like Cortland Sutton. Is Tyler Lockett going to have a good game? Yes, this week is going to be his boom game. Make sure you have him in your lineups. Should I pick up Murray and drop Patterson? Murray. Like Latavius Murray? I wouldn't drop Patterson right now. I would try to trade Patterson. Traded Cordell Patterson and Mike Williams for Saquon, Calvin Ridley. Did I win? Absolutely. That's a massive W. There's a W. Sutton has Drew Lock as his quarterback this week. Makes me nervous. But here's the thing with Drew Lock. Although Teddy Bridgewater was actually slinging it, Drew Lock is going to sling it. All right? Drew Lock's going to sling it. He's not going to give a shit if he throws 4 interceptions. He don't care. He'll still sling it. He'll give him chances. Teddy Bridgewater was actually slinging it too, to be honest. But Drew Lock is going to sling it. Is Tyler? Let me see. Rank these rest of the season: CMC, Saquon, Zeke, and Eckler. Oh my gosh, I think I would do it in that order. I would go CMC, Zeke. Oh, jeez, that is so close. CMC, Zeke, Eckler, Saquon. I think that's how I would do it. That is so close. I'm super excited that tomorrow's game is on Prime Video because I got, that'll be nice. It'll look crisp and clean. Ooh, that's going to be fun to watch, Seclan. Definitely. I'm excited for tomorrow's night too. With Logan Thomas out, who do you pick up? And drop Pollard? It depends on who's available. Like Jared Cook, Tyler Conklin. I mean, if like Dawson Knox and Dalton Schultz are already picked up, those are guys that I would look for. And drop Pollard. I mean, I would hold on to. If you have to drop somebody like Pollard, then yeah, I would do it. If you need somebody, absolutely. Should I trade CMC and T. Higgins for Antonio Gibson? No, I would not do that. No. Trade Damian Williams for Patterson? Yeah, I would do that. Jones or Hurts this week? Hurts. Trade away Cooper and Michael Pittman and Zach Moss for A.J. Brown and Mike Williams. Yeah, I would do that trade. If Chris Carson is out tomorrow, where do you rank Alex Collins? I would put Alex Collins right around where I have Chris Carson as RB22. I would still put him there. I just don't think that there's a whole lot of receiving upside with Alex Collins. And yes, he did look decent last week, but there's just other running backs that I like personally more. And it's like, I think this week for running backs, there's a lot of pretty good matchups this upcoming week for the running back position. I like a lot of running backs this week. The higher end running backs. I guess when you get back to like the late 20s, there's a few guys there, I guess. But like I like a lot of the running back matchups this week. I think this week there's a lot of good matchups. Thoughts on Rashard Bateman, league winner potential? I don't think league winner potential, but I definitely think he could be a solid addition to your fantasy team during bye weeks. Absolutely. Start Gesicki or Goddard Gesicki? Should I start Damian Harris this week? Absolutely, start him this week. Brandon Cooks, Tyler Lockett, Amari Cooper, start one, set one. I guess I'm sitting Brandon Cooks out of all of them. Rest of the season, Higbee, Knox, Schultz. I would go with rest of the season, Higbee, Schultz, Knox. I heard you pre-ordered a Rodgers Steelers jersey. Hey, if he did come to Pittsburgh, hey. Okay, the funny thing is, my brother and my dad, they love Big Ben, and they always try to say that Big Ben is, not that worse than Aaron Rodgers, and I'm like, dude, yes he is. If you watch football, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback I've ever seen play. Tom Brady's amazing, don't get me wrong. But there's things, I guess Patrick Mahomes is getting there, though. There's things that Aaron Rodgers does. He puts the money exactly where it needs to be. He's so clutch. He's just, in the regular season. Now, in the playoffs, give me Tom Brady every single day of the week. But Aaron Rodgers is a freak of nature. Who's a big name you can see busting this week? A big name that I can see busting this week. I would say... Let me take a look here. Who are some guys that I'm a little bit nervous about this week? I would say Tyreek Hill. I would say him. That when I was looking at, obviously, Buffalo looks really legit right now, and I think that Tyreek Hill coming off a massive performance and then having a big letdown game seems about right. You know what I mean? Seems about right. He would be one guy that I think is definitely going to be that has potential for a big bust game this week. Let's see. And if I didn't answer your questions, please feel free to ask it again. Also, I guess I'll take a quick moment here. If you haven't already, do me a big favor, smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, if I'm not getting to your questions quick enough, Super Chat is available. Also, if you see Clan, he has the green name tag in chat. Green name tag in chat with the little A emblem next to him. He got that by going down in the description. He clicked join, or not the description, click join. There's a button down there. You can click join. There's different tiers that you can get. But with that name tag and the little emblem, he gets priority chat. So whenever I see his name pop up, I always go to his question first. And also Super Chat is available. And also it helps support, it helps support the channel, keeps me doing what I love doing, and that's helping all of you out in fantasy football and talking to you guys. It's a lot of fun. So appreciate it. And one other thing that I'm going to say real quick is, as well, if you're over on TikTok, over on YouTube, come on over. All you got to do is click my profile, click the link tree. The link tree will take you to the YouTube channel. Let's get it. If Lockett had a boom week, should I sell high? If you want, but like here's the thing with Tyler Lockett. He's going to win you matchups he has a chance to win you a matchup by himself every single week. So I wouldn't sell high for just nobody. I still think he's a top 15 wide receiver this year. Lockett or AJ Brown this week? Lockett. Should I try to shop CD? I don't know. I'm worried about too many mouths to feed. So I wouldn't sell him, but I mean, if you can get a really good offer for him, I would do that. Yep, that's me. There's the clan. Or Sunni. Where's Rocky? Sermon, Damian Harris, and Zeke for JT Gibson. No, I wouldn't do that trade. I would keep Zeke and Damian Harris. Unless you're getting that side, then yes. Or Sermon, Mooney, Zeke for JT and Gibson. I would still keep Zeke. Zeke's a beast. I would not trade Zeke right now. Melvin Gordon or Saquon? Saquon. Is Melvin Gordon and Elijah Mitchell for Darrell Henderson fair? I'd be getting Henderson. Absolutely. Hurry and press accept. Fast. If Lockett has a boom, no. Rank the rest of the season. Metcalf, CD, AJ Brown, or Lockett. Thanks for answering my last questions. No problem. So I would go rest of the season. I'm going CD, Metcalf, AJ Brown. I'm going Lockett and AJ Brown. AJ Brown's been very disappointing. I know he's gotten hurt, but even prior to that, he was disappointing. Should I trade CEH and T. Higgins for Antonio Gibson? No, I would not do that trade. I traded Lockett and James Robinson for Saquon and Ridley. Did I win? Yes, you did. I like that trade. Trade away MJJ for Fournette. Who's MJJ? Marvin Jones Jr.? Is that who that is? Yes, if I'm getting Fournette, I'd take that side. Schultz or Waller this week? Waller. I've been told DK won't get that good of game because he's been by the best. Should I put Jamar Chase? I would still go DK personally. I would still go DK, Charlie. If Gibson is out tomorrow, Alex Collins is getting 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, or getting. That is true, Sickland. There's no middle ground. It's going to be a boom week, or it's going to be a bust week. You're right about that. Do you think Russ might struggle against the Rams? I mean, there's certainly the possibility he could. But hey, Arizona right now looks like a really good team. They're my dark horse in the beginning of the season. I did, and you can go check the tape. Go check the tape. I was saying it. Not as many people were watching back then, but I was saying it. Kyler Murray, lock in your bet. It was plus 1,600 for MVP this year. Lock it in. Arizona Super Bowl contender, but also the Rams too. That might be, honestly, might be Tampa Bay. Gosh, there's some good teams in the NFC this year. That division is stacked. That division is stacked right now. The NFC West is so good. It is so good right now. Eckler for Carson and Kelsey. I'd rather have Eckler personally. I guess it depends on who your tight end is. Hawkinson or Gesicki this week. Hawkinson. Should I trade JT? Should I try to trade? Yeah, I would. Oh, who should I try to trade JT for? It's really hard for me to say, but I would try to target like a lesser running back, maybe like Damian Harris, and then a good wide receiver. I would try to do something like that. Latavius Murray, drop Latavius Murray for Alex Collins. No, I think Latavius Murray has more long-term value than Alex Collins does. Hunt or Emmons for the rest of the season. I subscribe. Hey, appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Hunt or for the rest of the season, give me Chase Emmons. Could I get a decent running back for Julio, AB, or Hollywood? Yeah, I think you could, certainly. I think Hollywood probably has the most value right now. I think that you could get a solid running back. Jacoby or Laviska and flex Laviska. Should I start Ridley or should I stick to Adams? I would start Ridley over Hopkins, personally, Landy. Speaking of Arizona Cardinals, I'm heading to the 49ers Cardinals game. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Didn't you go to that game? No. Yeah. No, that was Seattle this past weekend. Right? Wait, no, they play Seattle this weekend. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're going to the game this weekend. I thought you said you went to the game last weekend, too. Did you go to the game, Sickland? Or was that... Yeah, that was you in Discord, right? That said you went to that game? Right? Do I start Corey Davis versus Atlanta or Marvin Jones versus Tennessee Titans? I would start Corey Davis personally. And it's really close. I love both those guys this week. Who should I start? Who should I start? Michael Carter or Damian Williams? Monty? I would go Damian Williams personally. Pick 2 to start. Edmonds, Henderson, Swift, non-PPR. I would go Henderson and Swift still. Who should I start? AJ Brown or CD this week? Guy that has Chris Carson wants Collins as backup. Should I trade away Collins for Watson or trade Collins for Hines? I would trade Collins for Hines. I would do that. Do I trade Mike Evans, Gibson, and Schultz for A.J. Brown and Swift? I would do that trade, yeah. Should I trade Saquon, Jamar, and Andrews for Waller and Kupp? I wouldn't do that trade, no. Should I trade Evans for A.J. Brown? I'd rather have Mike Evans. No, I never said that in Discord. I asked if anybody been to... Oh, yeah, because you said... Did you say that you're going to go to the game? So you're going... Are you going to the game this weekend? I'm heading to the 49ers. Okay, so you're going to the game this weekend. So you were asking because you were going to your first NFL game, right, Sickland? That's what you said, right? Because you wanted to know what to expect. That's what I think you said, right? I could be wrong. Henry got almost 30 touches a game. That's true. Worried he's going to get injured. I mean, the dude's a freak of nature, man. He's a freak of nature. Derrick Henry is not human. How much... I mean, you can try to trade him away. Like, you could probably get so much for Derrick Henry right now. Absolutely. If you could get, like, DeAndre Swift and a high-end wide receiver 1, or like Darrell Henderson and a high-end wide receiver 1, I would definitely do that trade. Should I trade Chase Edmonds and Ridley for Adams? My running backs are already very good. Should I trade Chase Edmonds and Ridley for Adams? Yeah, if your running backs are really good, go for it. Goddard against Panthers or Knox versus KC. I still have Goddard ranked higher. I would go Goddard. Should I put Boyd or Emmanuel Sanders at flex? Personally, I have Emmanuel Sanders higher. Saquon, Najee, Dalvin. For me this week, I actually have Saquon, and I do have Dalvin, I think, one spot ahead of Najee. Let me double check. Yeah, I have Dalvin at 10. I don't like Dalvin a whole lot this week. I mean, I love the matchup for Dalvin, but the injury is a little bothersome. Yeah, I'm going to the Cardinals game this weekend, the first time going. Yes, sir. That's what I thought. Okay. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a really good game to go and watch, definitely. That'll be fun. Have fun, Clan. That's going to be a good time. I'm hesitant to start Woods and A-Rod this week. My other options are Emmanuel Sanders, Shenault, Devontae Smith. Whom to go wide receiver one? So I do have, okay, I did move them down quite a bit in my rankings, to be honest with you. And watch, now that I moved them down in my rankings, I still have A-Rob, Allen Robinson ranked the highest out of all those guys, but I did finally move Robert Woods down quite a bit. So I would go out of those guys, I would go with, I have Allen Robinson and who's the other one? Devontae Smith. Now, if you're hesitant with Allen Robinson, I am pretty high on Laviska Shenault this week. So going Laviska and Devontae Smith isn't that bad of an idea as well. And, I mean, Emmanuel Sanders is solid too. Should I trade CEH and Ayuk for Henderson? Yes, I would. Do I trade Travis and Sterling Shepard for Cooper Kupp and Noah Fant? If you need a wide receiver, then yeah, go for it. Should I trade away Jamar Chase for Joe Mixon? Yeah, I would do that. Should I trade DJ Moore for DeAndre Hopkins? No, I would keep DJ Moore, personally. Should I trade Lamar, Robert Woods, and Devontae Smith for Justin Jefferson, Ryan Tannehill, Mike Thomas, and Chase Claypool? Yeah, I mean, if you don't need Lamar, then go for it. Yeah, I would do that. Would you trade Kamara away for Diggs and McLaurin? Yes, I would. I would do that. Start Hubbard or Gibson? Gibson. Terry McLaurin or Mike Williams? Terry McLaurin. If Murray doesn't score 40 points, keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to go. I'm going to tell them, Clan, that you said that. You're going to go streaking? Wow, dude. I'm going to tell them when you get there to keep your eye on that guy. I have a good running back. Both are hurt. Mixon and Montgomery. I'm left with James Robinson. Jeez, I can't read, huh? James Robinson, P. Ryan, and Patterson at RB. I'm trading Patterson and Cortland Sutton for Chris Carson. Thoughts? I want to do that right now. I want to trade that because apparently Chris Carson's got a neck issue right now. It doesn't sound very good, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be trading into Chris Carson. Necks are kind of no joke. I remember when what was his name? David Wilson. Do you guys remember David Wilson? He was he had a short stint for the New York Giants and everybody loved him. I mean, he got hurt one game and had a neck issue and then he had to retire from the NFL. You guys remember him? Does anybody remember him? I'm pretty sure his name was David Wilson. Why isn't Sutton putting up much of anything lately? Well, I mean, last week you had the change in quarterbacks. I mean, he's like everything is really there. It's just he's not scoring. He's seeing good air yards. Target share is decent. It will come. It will come for Cortland Sutton. Schultz or Knox this week? Schultz. Pick two. Thielen, Brandon Cooks, Sterling Shepard, or Corey Davis. Thielen and Corey Davis. If Mixon doesn't play this week, should I go with Samaje Perine or Chris Evans? I would go with Perine. Personally, I traded Devontae and Evans for Swift and Diggs. Is that good? Yeah, I think that's good. If you need a running back, I mean, I think that's pretty solid. I traded Evans and Devontae for Swift and Diggs. Yes, that's solid. I just read that one. I just literally read that one. Would trading Kelsey for Hill and some change be a bad idea? No, I don't think that's bad. I think that's solid. Shenault over Evans this week. I'm still going Evans, personally, but I do like Shenault. Julio Jones, Samaje Perine, Devontae Smith, Elijah Mitchell, Corey Davis, pick two. Corey Davis and Devontae Smith for me. RB2, based off of injuries so far, Dalvin, Alexander Madison, Chubb, Edmonds, Connor. So I got to pick 2 running backs. I would still go with Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb. I have Deontay on my bench and Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp starting. Should I trade away Amari Cooper and Taylor for Eckler and Woods? I also have Dalvin. Yeah, I would do that. Danny Dimes versus Cowboys or Jalen versus the Panthers? Jalen. Is Tyler Boyd for real? I think that once Tyler or T. Higgins comes back, he's going to kind of fall. Like Tyler Boyd will have his matchups when he has like a good matchup in the slot, but like I think he's always been a solid wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. And this passing attack is going to be they're going to be one of the more pass happy offenses in the NFL. So I think he's going to have his games once T. Higgins is back. Traded Hunt and Jacobs for Ridley. I have Jones and Henderson as RB1. I feel like you probably could have. I don't know. I'd say L personally. I hate to say it. I just feel like you could have gotten it for a lot cheaper, to be honest. I feel like you could have done Hunt in another piece rather than Josh Jacobs. Because Josh Jacobs still going to have solid weeks. Should I give up K1, D-Hop, and Saquon for Henry? No, I wouldn't do that. Are you going to putt? Never. My guy just stands there. He has back problems. Higgins or Woods? Higgins. The one guy I do not like has Mike Davis and Patterson on his team, and he benched Patterson last week, and he's going to rage starting. Yeah, Patterson's going to bust this week, and Mike Davis is going to be the guy to play this week. That's going to be it. I have Mike Davis he's RB20 for me this week. I like Mike Davis this week. I just got Hollywood and Moss for Melvin Gordon's son. Did I win or lose? I think that's decent. I think it's okay for both sides. Does Kittle and Emmons for Eckler and Fant? Or Diggs, Kittle, and Emmons for Eckler and Fant? I have Diggs. I'd rather personally have Diggs, Kittle, and Emmons. I like Hollywood upside. Yeah, that's. I mean, he's been really solid. You think Michael Thomas will be a wide receiver 1 this year, or was it all Breeze? I think he's going to be more of a wide receiver 2 personally, and I don't think it was all Breeze. I just think with this injury, the state of offense right now, I just think he'll be more of a wide receiver 2. Should I try to pitch Keenan Allen for CD? If I'm getting CD, I would do that. The reason I'm thinking of doing Patterson's son for Chris Carson is because I manage with my roster with injuries, and I can't get anyone better for him due to injuries. Being wary of Patterson. If you want to do it, go for it. Go for it. Thoughts on Dalvin Cook and PPR this week? I like Dalvin Cook. I think I have him as RB10, so I like him, but I am a little skeptical of him right now, for sure. Let's see. Are the Panthers a top 5 defense now with the addition of Gilmore? I would say they're a top 10 defense. I think that they've always been a top 10 defense. I don't think that Gilmore is going to give them like that much great. Like I think they'll be better, but top 5, there's some good defenses in the league right now. So I don't know if I would say top 5. They're definitely right there though. Certainly are right there. Should I keep Ramsey starting? I mean, it depends on who else you have. Who else would you start over the Rams defense? It depends on who else you would start, I guess. But I think that there'll be. I probably wouldn't start them, to be honest with you, but it just depends on who else, and then who you would drop them for, I guess, or who you would drop. Should I trade away Adam Thielen and Joe Mixon for Darrell Henderson and Chris Godwin? Yes, I would do that. You dropping Julio off, or you dropping Julio off? I would rather have Shenault, to be honest with you, over Julio. Give me Shenault. Thoughts on Chris Carson season long, though? For season long, I mean, as long as the neck isn't like a serious issue. If the neck is like really bad, then I would try to sell him now. I mean, I would go look at what the fantasy doctor says. This is a good plug for a fantasy doctor. Someone show him this clip. That way he can say, hey, I'm going to follow this Aspire Sports and start getting him in some of my videos. But I would just see what he says about it. I did not check his video on Chris Carson yet, but I would see what he says and kind of go off of him because he sees the professional athletes. He knows what he's doing. So I did not. I should go watch his video. I'm going to watch his video after this. Should I trade Jefferson for RB1? I already have Diggs and Brandon Cooks. I have CMC, Gaskin, Elijah Mitchell, and Melvin Gordon. I mean, if you can get an RB1, I would do that for Jefferson, yeah. Goddard or Knox? Goddard. I robbed this guy. I got Marvin Jones, Van Jefferson, and Edmonds for... Yeah, that's pretty solid. For an M, that's pretty solid. Would traded Damian Harris and Sutton for Mike Williams good? Yeah, I think that's decent. I think that's a solid trade. Should I trade Mike Williams while he sells high? Can he really keep this up? I think he can be a wide receiver too, certainly. Like, if you want to sell high, if you can get a really good piece, then go for it. I just traded Chubb, Hunt, and Rodgers for Kamara and Swift. Love it. That's a solid trade. I traded Mixon and Jamar Chase for Najee and Marvin Jones. I have Josh Jacobs and Metcalf for RB and D-Hop. So I traded Mixon and Jamar Chase for Najee Harris and Marvin Jones. That's solid. Yeah, I got that one. What's your opinions on dynasties? On like dynasty leagues? I mean, they're fun. I love dynasty. I know for sleeper, I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to my sleeper leagues. There's so many leagues, that I'm in right now. But I love dynasty leagues because I love the fact that you can trade draft picks. To me, that's like the most fun thing is trading draft picks and trying to better your team for next year, not just this year. So I love it. Russell Wilson or Lance this week? Russell Wilson. Eckler is a locked and loaded top 4 RB for the rest of the season. That offense looks so good. Joe Lombardi is utilizing the Eckler. Yes, he is. Yes. Eckler looks really good right now. He does look really good. Do I start Herbert or Cousins at QB? I actually have Cousins one spot higher this week. I think that Cleveland defense is legit. I think they're really good. Herbert or Stafford? Herbert. No. Let me double check that actually. I have Matthew Stafford this week. Cowboys or Rams D? I would go with Cowboys defense. Do I start Herbert or Cousins at QB? Let me double check. Yes, I have Kirk Cousins higher. Ravens defense or Steelers defense this week? I would go with Steelers defense, honestly. Should I trade Gibson or CEH for Henderson or neither? I would do Gibson for Henderson. Sam Darnold or Kirk this week? Kirk Cousins this week. Kirk Cousins. And if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button for me. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. And I guess, once again, I'm going to put in my little plug. I got to put in my plugs, all right? Always got to say my little advertisements here. So, couple things. If you are thinking about doing sports betting for tomorrow night, down in the description, BetUS. You sign up, you deposit $50, you get $125 deposit match bonus into your account, and then you can, win your bet, take out the money you put in, play with some free money. If you use the code down below, use the link set up your account for a new deposit, get that deposit match bonus, and play with some free money. Warren Sapp's their spokesperson, so they're legit, okay? They're legit. Warren Sapp is their spokesperson. Also, if I'm not answering your questions, Super Chat's available. Also, if you appreciate what I do, consider joining up, being a part of the Aspire Sports community. The Aspire Sports community, I mean, everybody's part of the Aspire Sports community, but become a member. The member, Saklan, you can see him. He has a little name tag. He's in green. He gets the emblem next to his name as well. You get priority chat. I go to your questions first, answer your questions first, then go back in line. Get other people's questions. You get unlocked. You unlock different things throughout the week. You can have shout outs. You can come on the Aspire Sports Sunday show. You can also get weekly rankings. There's a bunch of different tiers, so sign up if you want to. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to sign up, but if you're considering it, that'd be something to look into, okay? All right, there's my plugs. I'm done. Should I do Joe Mixon for Clyde? I mean, right now I'd rather have Clyde because he's healthy. My bench, I'd rather have Joe Mixon. That's tough, but Joe Mixon could be a couple weeks here. I guess I go Clyde if you need somebody now. My bench is Lance, Ty Williams, Gainwell, Mooney, Gesicki, and Woods. What's a good package for an RB2? So I would try to see if there's anybody that's still high in Woods. I would try to sell them off and then take, like, if somebody needs a tight end, maybe put in Gesicki, put in Mooney. I mean, it's hard for me to say. Did playing Chark week 4 kill your fantasy game? No, I honestly, when I make those TikToks, like, they're not even my real teams. I'll be honest with you. I just make the TikToks because I know that people are thinking about that. Like, whenever I make a TikTok, the main purpose of me making a TikTok is, do I think somebody's going to think this is funny? Like, that's the main purpose. Is somebody going to think this is funny? Is somebody going to share this link? Because if somebody's going to share the video, then I know that I'm going to make the video. Like, to me, it doesn't even have to be true. Do I have this player or not? Like, 99% of the TikToks I make of, like, me, of this player, you know, sad. Like, I don't even have any of those players. I just make them because I know people think they're funny. What's a good trade for Kamara? I mean, I'm going to look for, like, a top-tier player, like a wide receiver. Maybe look for, like, a Damian Harris and try to get DeAndre Swift or somebody like that. Damian Harris and a wide receiver, something like that. Do you think Cook is playing this week? He did horrible last week and didn't practice today. Honestly, he's probably going to suit up. He'll probably suit up, but I have him lower in my rankings. He could possibly keep moving down. I need your help. My running backs are Najee Harris, Carson, Trey Sermon, Gainwell, Elijah Mitchell, and someone just dropped Javonte Williams. What? Somebody dropped Javonte Williams? Who should I drop to pick him up? Who should you drop? Kenny Gainwell. Drop Kenny Gainwell, get Javonte Williams. Between Van Jefferson, Terrence Marshall, and Curtis Samuel, what two should I keep on my bench? And who should I cut? You got to keep Van Jefferson right now, and I would honestly cut ways with Terrence Marshall. I just don't think anything's going to happen unless you have some injuries for Terrence Marshall. Curtis Samuel is going to probably provide some value for you throughout the season. Just traded Hopkins and Pitts for Ridley and Knox. W. I'd rather have Hopkins and Pitts, to be honest with you. But if you like the other side, go for it. Who should I start for flex between Schultz, Godwin, and Pirine? Godwin. Lamar over Staffy? Yes, I have Lamar Jackson. Yes, Lamar. 2 quarterback, and of course, any QB's worth having rostered. My quarterbacks are Murray and Mahomes and Trey Lance. Do I keep Trey Lance or try to trade him? I would keep him. I would keep Trey Lance. I think so. I thought that Justin Fields was going to be really good because of his rushing upside, but I think it's going to be Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance is actually going to be like, I think Trey Lance is going to ball out this week. I think Trey Lance balls out. He keeps the starting job. He ends up being Rookie of the Year. Boom. Book it. Rookie of the Year, Trey Lance, book it. Make sure you go bet it. Go bet it. You heard it here first. Trey Lance, Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. You heard it here first. TJ Gesicki for tight end. Emmanuel Sanders, Moss, Connor for flex. TJ Hawkinson and Moss, Zach Moss. Pick the winner of the trade. Najee, Keenan Allen, Jacoby for Zeke, DK, Jamar Chase. For me, it's going to be Zeke's side. Zeke. Who are your top 5 running backs this week on your list? My top 5 running backs go Derrick Henry, Ezekiel Elliott, Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley, Aaron Jones. Those are my top 5 running backs for this week. Thank you for that advice. No problem. Wait, actually, let me go back here. Do you think Rashad Bateman has upside? Absolutely, yes. Should I start Gibson and CEH this week or bench 2 of these 3 guys? Damian Harris, Damian Williams, or Zach Moss? No, I would play those. I would play Gibson and CEH. Actually, let me double check this. Listen, I'm a little low on Gibson this week. You know who I have ahead of Gibson? Damian Harris. I love Damian Harris, so I would go with Damian Harris over Gibson. Actually, what I would do is go Gibson and Damian Harris. Stephon Diggs or Tyler Boyd? Stephon Diggs. Thank you for the advice. Do you believe David Johnson is worth the stash? with the decline of Philip Lindsay. I mean, it depends on who else you have. Like, who would you be? Like, if there's somebody else, Julio, that you can pick up David Johnson, then no. But if there's nobody else, then yeah, keep him. What is your biggest fantasy call ever? Mine was telling my league mates James Conner will be the best waiver wire pickup of the year, and I put $5 on him, and he got me to the playoffs. My best fantasy call ever. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to say like ever, because now that I'm actually like putting myself out there and now it's recorded, I'll just go off of so far. So far, my best call has been, I mean, I think that I've been pretty, obviously I haven't been like 100%, but I was big on guys like Ezekiel Elliott, DeAndre Swift. I think so far, like, there's a decent amount of people big on DeAndre Swift, but I love DeAndre Swift. I said he had league-winning potential, and I think so far that's been probably like my best call so far. Should I trade Gibson and Goddard for Jamal Williams and Deontay Johnson? Goddard is my backup. I mean, if you're desperate for a wide receiver, then do it. Start 2, Marquise Brown, Allen Robinson, but I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably keep Gibson. Start 2, Marquise. I guess if he's your backup, that's all right. Start 2, Marquise Brown, Allen Robinson, Marvin Jones. For me, I have Marquise Brown. I still have Allen Robinson, baby. But man, oh man, as he moved down my list, Allen Robinson is a couple spots ahead of Marvin Jones. So, you know what? I'm keeping him there. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't. You know what? I'm doing it. All right, here we go. I'm doing it. I'm going to move. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to move Marvin Jones ahead of him. I'm moving. So I'm going Marvin Jones. I'm adjusting my rankings on the fly. Start your wide receivers versus the Tennessee defense. My buddy wants to trade me Cooper Kupp for Devontae Adams straight up. Should I do it? If I'm getting Devontae Adams, absolutely. Cook and McLaurin or Zeke. Cook and McLaurin for Zeke? Is that supposed to be for Zeke? I'd rather have Cook and McLaurin. That's what I was thinking, because I don't think CEH is going to produce against the Bills. That's why I was thinking Zach Moss instead. Yeah. I mean, me personally, I love Damian Harris. But if you like Zach Moss, go for it. Should I pick up Latavius Murray and drop Patterson? I wouldn't drop Patterson, no. I would try to trade Patterson and then pick up Latavius Murray. Just traded Hollywood and Woods for Hopkins. W, yes. Josh Jacobs and Gibson for Henderson. Yes, I would do that. No problem. Follow up to DJ question. I have Carson, Edmonds, Carter at running back. Best available, Gainwell, Dillon, and Malcolm Brown in a 14-team league. So I would drop DJ. If it's a PPR league, I would drop DJ. I would drop David Johnson. Jeez. David Johnson for Gainwell. I was struggling to think of who DJ was for a second. I asked this last week, but do you still think I shouldn't trade James Robinson, Mike Williams, and TJ Hawkinson for Saquon, Hopkins, and Goddard? Honestly, I still wouldn't do that trade now. I'd rather have James Robinson and Hawkinson. Like, I think Hawkinson is kind of like the deal breaker here, where he's such a massive upgrade over Robert Tonyan. Like, that's why I want to do it. Yeah, I think Saquon is obviously the best player in the trade, but James Robinson and Mike Williams have been really solid this year, and to me, it's just the big. I mean, Hopkins really hasn't done a whole lot. The other guys have been really good, so I want to do that trade. Jamar Chase or Brandon Cooks? Jamar Chase. Does Ayuk, will he bounce back? I don't. It's a little. I would give it one more game with Trey Lance as quarterback. If he doesn't produce, man, it's time. It's time. If somebody's out there that you need to pick up, it's time to move on. I'm a Bears fan, but I'm on the fence. I know Marvin will get more targets because of the Chark injury. Thanks for the take. You're welcome. No problem. Would you start Trey Lance over Russell Wilson this week? I wouldn't. I would still start Russ, but I do love Trey Lance. Josh Jacobs or CEH? CEH. Another spicy take for me. CMC does not play this week, and Chuba Hubbard gets a top 10 fantasy performance. I defollowed you on Instagram. Oh wait, you followed me or you unfollowed me, Ciclan? Spicy take, CMC. So I do like Chuba Hubbard because I think the game script's going to be better. Last week with Chuba Hubbard, you had Rodney Harrison. Is that his name? The running back? Rodney Smith? Is it Rodney Smith? I can't remember what his name is. But he was involved because they were playing from behind and he looked like he was kind of more the third down back. Where this upcoming week the game scripts should be better, so Chuba Hubbard's is a better play. Lockett or Godwin this week? Lockett. CH or Josh Jacobs? CH. Jamar Chase or Cooks this week? Jamar Chase. What about Josh Jacobs and Woods for Henderson? Yes, I would do that trade. Would you get Carlos Hyde as a handcuff if you have James Robinson? No, I wouldn't. Is McKissick droppable? No, I wouldn't drop him. Chris Carson, Alex Collins, or Latavius Murray full point PPR. So I don't think if... Oh, okay. You have Chris Carson / Alex Collins. So if Chris Carson plays, I would go Latavius Murray. If Chris Carson is out, give me Alex Collins. What running back should I trade for with JT? Like, it's hard to say who exactly, but I mean, what I would do is look for like lesser running back and then try to target like a guy that I would try to target would be like a Damian Harris, and then I would take like Damian Harris and like get a wide receiver. You could get a wide receiver for that as well. Royce Freeman. No, it wasn't Royce. There is a different running back. Who's the running back? I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure it was Rodney. His name Rodney Smith. Maybe somebody already answered me. Not Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman was involved. He was involved. But there was somebody else that played way more the passing down snaps. Where's that game at? Right there. Rodney Smith, yes. Rodney Smith had 5 catches for 48 yards. Who should I try to trade for Who should I trade for Patterson? So with Patterson, what I would do is just take like him and another piece, and I would try to get like a top tier piece. I mean, it's really hard to say who, but target guys like Darrell Henderson, Swift. Those are guys I would be targeting. Okay, one more. Which 2 wide receivers do I start? Jacoby Myers, Laviska Shenault, and Allen Robinson. Laviska and Allen Robinson for me. Should I trade Damian Williams for Boyd and Mike Davis? Absolutely do that. Which wide receiver should I target if I'm trying to ship off Keenan Allen? I mean, I'm looking for like a top 10 guy if I'm shipping off Keenan Allen right now. Got offered Kyler Murray and Chubb for my Rodgers and Barkley. Thoughts? I mean, that's really close. I'd probably have K1, Kyler. But that's close. Rookie question. Never play Thursday night players on your flex, correct? Yes. Hey, no, that's actually really smart because you say rookie, but I actually did that 2 weeks ago. I did that so I was stuck because I played Brandon Cooks in my flex. Luckily, it's a 2-flex league, but I played Brandon Cooks in my flex, and I had T. Higgins out, and he was in my wide receiver spot, so I had to play a wide receiver. But that... So Clam makes a great point, and those are kind of things that I should talk about a little bit more too, is that when you have Thursday night games, you need to play your guys at the position rather than sticking them in your flex, because the flex just gives you more leeway for if things go wrong during the week, you have a guy get hurt. That way you're not stuck. You're not pigeonholed into like this situation where you got to play either a running back or a wide receiver. You can't have like either or, so that's a good call out. Good call out, Clan. Yes. Always move your Thursday night players to either your running back slot or your wide receiver slot. Start Cortland Sutton, Allen Robinson, Jamison Crowder, or Kenny Golladay week 5. I would go out of all those guys, Cortland Sutton is the highest for me. Jaden. If I'm set for RB, I have Ciclan, I have Henry, Saquon, and Robinson. Should I trade Leonard Fournette for Demont? Is that a good move? I personally just keep Leonard Fournette right now. I mean, Leonard Fournette looks legit, to be honest with you. He looks good, and he's playing on a good amount of snaps as well. Definitely is this team's trusted running back right now. Like, I would just keep rolling him out. If Chris Carson doesn't play, do I start Collins, Mike Davis, Damian Harris, or P. Ryan? For me, Damian Harris. Who wins this trade? Chase Edmonds for LaVisca and Melvin Gordon. Personally, I'd rather have Chase Edmonds. He'd be the guy that I would want. Henry for Robinson and T. Adams. Yes, I would do that. Well, who's Robinson? Which Robinson? Latavius Murray or Cooks at flex? Cooks. Should I start Tyreek Hill? My other wide receivers are Boyd, Samuel, and Devontae Parker. Yeah, start Tyreek. Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. Sub. Hey, appreciate you subbing. Thank you. What running back do you think I should get for Jefferson and either Gaskin or... So, I mean, I hope that's not like Jefferson for one of these guys. I don't think that's what you're asking. I think it's just like, which guy out of those two would I start? I would start Melvin Gordon. And what running back should you target for Jefferson? I would target once again, like I keep talking about these guys, but I just think that they're kind of like still not there where their value should be yet, where people realize that they're top 10 guys. DeAndre Swift and Darrell Henderson. Like I would target those two guys. What should I give up for Henry? A wide receiver 1 and an RB1 or more? I mean, personally, like, well, who would you be giving up for him? Or like what? Like on your team? I mean, it just depends on who. Like I want to try to trade for Henry. I think it's going to be way too expensive to get Henry right now. I would just keep your team as is. James Robinson? Yes, then I would do that trade with the James Robinson side. Absolutely. Trade Najee for Swift and Deontay Johnson? Yeah, I would do that trade. Heading out for tonight. See you tomorrow's live stream. Thanks for answering my questions. Thanks for hanging out, Saklan. Always OG Saklan. Big shout out to Saklan. Thank you for being a part of the live stream. Thank you. Gibson, Boyd, or Sutton at flex? Gibson, Boyd, or Sutton? Gibson, Boyd, or Sutton? Gibson. I would still go Gibson. Thanks for the take on Trey Lance. Another question. What would the floor ceiling on Curtis Samuel be once he is integrated in the offense? So I feel like his floor is like, I would say like a top 40 wide receiver. I would say like top 45 wide receiver is where I see his floor. His ceiling, I could see like being a borderline top 30 guy is what his ceiling could be, because I do think that Taylor Heineke is actually playing decent football. This defense looks awful, so that's something going for him. They're going to be in passing situations. You know what? This defense is so bad right now. It's really disappointing too. Gibson, Boyd, or Sutton. I think I got that one, but Gibson. OP on Sermon. OP on Sermon. What does that mean, PJ? OP on Sermon? I don't know what that means. Let me know. But I'm going to go live here for a little bit longer, then I'm going to head out as well. Got to get to bed here shortly. I'm going to be making a video tomorrow. It's going to be like my must plays. Also, I'm going to try to do, if I can get it in tomorrow, I'm going to work hard tomorrow. I got my rankings already done, so that's good. I'll finalize them a little bit here tomorrow as well. I'm going to do like some of my must plays for this week, and then I'm going to try to do some sell high guys. And maybe I can do, because they're usually shorter videos, and then maybe I can do like do not plays, maybe like that is kind of what I'll do. Would you take this? I get Edmonds, give up Odell, David Montgomery, and Curtis. OP. Opinion. Okay. Opinion on Sermon. So, hey, Sermon looked good last week. So what I would do is Sermon, I would keep holding on to Sermon, see what exactly happens in this backfield once Elijah Mitchell's back, which he should be back this week. So, we'll have to see what happens with Elijah Mitchell and Trey Sermon. So I would hold on to him for now. Would you take this? I get Edmonds, give up Odell, David Montgomery, and Curtis Samuel. If you're in a situation where you need to win now, I would do that trade. Thoughts on Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon. So I was watching the game, and like Joe Mixon looks like just a plotter to me. Does anybody think that, or is it just me? Like I just think he He looks like a guy that isn't overly impressive. I don't know. I it was like I've always kind of thought that Joe Mixon was somewhat impressive, but like watching him on Thursday night, it was just kind of like meh, yeah. I thought it was better than that. I was not impressed on Thursday night. But if you're wondering what to do with him, if you need to win now, try to trade him away. 2 flex spots, pick 2, AB, Patterson, Devontae, Collins if Chris Carson's out. So who I would go is Collins if Chris Carson is out and AB. Is Ridley a hold right now, or would you be looking to trade? No, hold on to him. Just proposed a trade Evans and JT for Henry. Should I cancel? No, I think that's solid. I would want Derrick Henry in that trade if you're getting Henry. Keenan Allen and James Robinson for Kelsey. I'd rather have Keenan Allen and James Robinson. What's up, Tyler? Yo, what's up, Yuki? How you doing, my guy? What's up? I have K1, Cook, Saquon, Tay, Hopkins, Hawkinson, Ridley, Cup, Najee, and Stafford. My gosh. I feel like I'm so stacked. I want to get Henry, but I don't know what to trade. I mean, you could definitely trade a couple of those pieces for Henry. I would try to trade like Najee and Mike Williams or somebody. Najee, like you could probably take like D-Hop and like Najee for him, honestly. I would try to do something like that. What running back should I target? I have Antonio Gibson, Ezekiel Elliott, and Trey Sermon. So I would take Gibson and try to trade him away for like a Swift, Darrell Henderson, probably Gibson and another piece. Chase Edmonds or Kareem Hunt? Kareem Hunt for me. Jefferson and Gaskin for Swift and Boyd, who wins? Jefferson and Gaskin for Swift and Boyd for me. Trade Cook for Fant, Mike Williams. Trade Cook for Fant, Mike Williams, and Saquon. If I'm getting the Mike Williams side, yes. I'm good, thank you. I just posted my question in the members chat, Discord. All right, I'll check it out after this, Yuki. I'll get it for you. Don't worry, my guy. I got you. Actually, let me go check it out right now. I have Discord pulled up here, so let me see. Members chat. Hey guys, any changes this week? Let's see, Yuki. Let's see what you got. Ooh, my gosh, you got a lot of good options. Oh, that's tough. Oh, baby. Let me think about that, Yuki. My gosh, you have so many good options there. That is so hard. Wow. I'll answer your question after this. I'm gonna actually end the stream in about like 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll take a longer look at yours. You got a lot of good options on that team. My gosh. Let's see. Is it time to drop Tyson Williams? I wouldn't drop him yet. If he's inactive this week, a healthy scratch, then yes, drop him. Who should I start this week? Tight end, Tyler Higbee or Mike Gesicki? I believe I have. I need to pull that up. Let me see. Who do I have higher? I want to say I have Tyler Higbee 1 spot higher. Let's see. No, I have Mike Gesicki 1 spot higher. So Mike Gesicki. I have Mike Gesicki 1 spot higher. Thanks. You're welcome. No problem, Yuki. You got it. So let's see. Let me get back. A-Rob or Christian Kirk. Any other waiver wire? I would just go with A-Rob. I would go with A-Rob, James. If I did this trade, giving away Allen and Robinson, my starters would be Daniel Jones, Cook, Latavius Murray, Hollywood, Godwin, Kelsey. Currently have Pitts, Javonte Williams, T-Bass. Who? Allen and Robinson. Who's Keenan Allen? I have Pollard, Galladay, Jamal Williams on the bench. Your running back. Oh, you have Cook. Okay, I missed that. So who are you receiving? Oh, trade Keenan Allen and James Robinson for Kelsey. Oh, no. I wouldn't do that personally. I would keep that. Who's your backup tight end? Ethan. Who should I play? Stephon Diggs or Brandon Cooks or Marquise Brown? Stephon Diggs for me. Thoughts on Boyd even after Higgins comes back? I think he's like more in the wide receiver 35 range, 40 range, personally, once Higgins comes back. Unless it's a really good matchup for him. I just offered Jonathan Taylor and Hubbard for Kittle and Beckham. I need an RB because David Montgomery got hurt. Yeah, I would do that trade. I would do that. Is it time to trade Cooper? If so, who's someone? I wouldn't trade him yet. I wouldn't trade him unless you can get something really good. I would just keep him. A-Rob or Christian Kirk? A-Rob. Start Hopkins or Brandon Cooks? Hopkins still. You starting Waller over Schultz? Absolutely. Higbee or Schultz? Higbee. Trade Mixon, Godwin, and Damian Williams for CMC? Yeah, I would do that. Yes. Keenan Allen and James Robinson. Don't have one currently. So who's available? Was thinking about picking up Jared Cook. Yeah, I would just pick up Jared Cook and keep those players, Ethan, personally. Unless you really want to trade, then go ahead and do it. But personally, that's what I would just do. I would just pick up Jared Cook. I want to trade those pieces away, in my opinion. Let's see. Sutton, Boyd, or Edmonds at flex. For me, Edmonds. Elijah Mitchell or Mike Davis rest of the season. Right now, since it's a little uncertainty what exactly happens with Elijah Mitchell, I would go Mike Davis. Should I trade Gibson and Sutton for Henderson Jr.? I have Zeke. Should I trade Gibson? Yes, I would want Henderson. Gainwell or Murray PPR? If it's full point PPR, Gainwell. If it's half point, I would go Murray, and unless it's full point Gainwell, I would go Murray. Higbee or Pitts? Pitts. Do you think Haskins starts if Big Ben is out? Probably not. They'll probably go Mason Rudolph, to be honest with you. I wish that the Haskins would start just to see what they got. But I think that they'll probably go Rudolph, unfortunately. Ridley, McLaurin, or D-Hop at flex? Ridley for me. Do you think I should start Emmanuel Sanders or Jacoby Myers this week? Let me see. Who do I have higher? I have Jacoby Myers higher. But, you know what? I'm going to change that. I don't like that he's higher. I'm going to go with Manny Sanders, baby. I'm switching up my rankings right now. I'm putting Manny Sanders ahead of him. Should I trade Damian Williams and Parker for Mike Davis and Tyler Boyd? Absolutely, yes. Dalton Schultz or Higbee? Higbee. Cordell Patterson or Damian Williams? I have Damian Williams higher. So, and if you're still watching, hey, appreciate everybody. If you're over on TikTok right now, I'm live over on YouTube. All you got to do is click my profile. It'll take you to the link tree. The link tree will take you to my YouTube channel. Sorry about that. Come on over. It's not as busy. You'll get your questions answered. Also, if you're over on YouTube and you haven't done it yet, smash that like button for me. Really appreciate it. And I'm also going to do another quick little plug here. If you aren't already, maybe you appreciate what I do and you want to join up, show your support, click the join button down below. Join. You get to, there's different tiers. You get to sign up. You get a little badge. You get your name and colored. And then when I see your name in chat, you're prioritized in chat. So think about signing up. It helps me out. Also helps you out because you get your questions answered when it's crazy in here. When it's crazy. Now, I don't have 700 people in my chat yet, but one day there will be. There's going to be 700 people in here. You bet that. Bet. Dalton Schultz or Higbee? Higbee. Cordell Patterson or Damian Williams? I already got these ones. Damian Williams or Pittman? Damian Williams. What is a good trade to get Patterson? To get for Patterson? So, once again, like, it's really hard for me to say who exactly, but if you have Cordell Patterson, what I would do is I would take him and another piece and try to get like a Darrell Henderson, DeAndre Swift. That's what I would be targeting right now. That's absolutely what I would be targeting. Other guys that maybe you could try to get right now, like Amari Cooper. Like, you could probably maybe do that just straight up. But like, that's what I would do right now. Those are kind of guys that I would be targeting. One day to what? Game time? What wide receiver could I get for Higbee and Higgins and Patterson. What wide receiver? I mean, that's tough. Like, what I would do is like definitely aim for a guy that's like a top 10 wide receiver right now, like a Ridley or CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, somebody like that is what I would target. Someone dropped Julio Jones. Should I pick him up? If yes, should I drop Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Davis, Sanders? No, I wouldn't drop any of those guys for Julio, to be honest with you. I would keep those guys. Mike Williams or DJ Moore? DJ Moore from TikTok. Yo, what's up, Bailey? Thank you for coming over. I would go with DJ Moore. Who should I start at my flex this week? Full point PPR. Corey Davis, Pittman, or Boyd? Corey Davis for me. I also have A.J. Brown, but if he plays, is he better than those guys? If A.J. Brown plays, I would play him. Otherwise, I would go with Corey Davis. Pittman, Sanders at my flex. Pittman, Sanders at my flex. Emmanuel Sanders? I'm assuming, is that who that is? I would go Pittman. Patterson, Chase, Edmonds, or Allen, McLaurin. Only one? Out of all of those, I would go with McLaurin. Kareem Hunt or Josh Jacobs at the flex. Kareem Hunt. Is Debo legit? He looks like it right now. I mean, Debo has been good. Don't get me wrong. Like, I made a TikTok. I totally got burned on that TikTok by now. I said you should trade Hyde, which hopefully you didn't listen to me and you just kept them. But Debo's really good. Like, that, I was never saying that, but I just thought he would come down a little bit because I thought Brandon Ayuk would go up. And that has not happened. So, Debo, yes, he's legit. The only problem with Debo is he's struggled to stay healthy a little bit. So, if he can stay healthy, he can be super legit. Should I trade CMC and Keenan Allen for Tyreek Hill and Darrell Henderson? Yeah, I would do that trade. No. I probably wouldn't do that. I probably want CMC, to be honest with you. I appreciate the love. Keep the content up. I appreciate you, Bailey. Thank you for saying that. What do you think of trading DK Metcalf and AJ Brown and Singletary trading DK Metcalf for? I would keep DK Metcalf personally. Started Fields the past 2 weeks and lost by 10 points each week. So I just traded him for Lance. Super flex. Who should I start? Lance, Matt Ryan, Darnold. Thank you. What I would do, I would go Lance. I would start Lance. Sorry, I made a mistake. It was a trade. Patterson. Oh, okay. I probably read it wrong too, to be honest with you. I'm terrible at reading. Patterson and Chase and Keenan Allen for Edmonds and McLaurin. I think that's an okay trade. I probably would have just kept the Patterson side because I do like Chase Edmonds and Keenan Allen. But I do love Edmonds and McLaurin as well. So I think that's an okay trade. All right, so any other questions? One more minute here. I'm going to hop off. I'll be live tomorrow. I think I'm going to go live twice. Well, depends on when I can get my YouTube. I want to get at least one YouTube video out tomorrow. Then I also want to do a live stream. So maybe I'll just go live on TikTok. I could probably do both. I'll probably do a live stream. It'll be a short live stream. I'll probably do it for like 30 minutes. I'll do TikTok and YouTube. Also get a YouTube video out tomorrow. I'm going to do like top my favorite plays, that kind of stuff for the week. So yeah. So any other questions, go ahead and ask them. I'm going to hop off. If you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash the like button. Hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you're over on TikTok, make sure you hit that follow button. Also, you can click my profile. Go to the link tree. The link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel where it's not as busy. You can get your questions answered. So, my question, yes, I'll get your question after this, Yuki. Yes, I will go right to Discord. I'm going to take a look at it. Cordell, Damian Williams, Fournette, or Pittman at flex? Fournette. Love Fournette this week. What do you think I can get in my second league for Miles Sanders? Not a whole lot right now. I mean, you're probably going to have to take Miles Sanders and somebody else and get somebody, like, it's really hard for me to say, but you're probably going to have to do a package deal rather than just Miles Sanders by himself. Darrell Henderson or Cordell Patterson? Darrell Henderson for me. Appreciate your vids. I always see it on TikTok. Just sub. Hey, appreciate you subbing. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop off. I appreciate everybody being a part of the live stream. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody out there. Appreciate the love. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be live tomorrow, so make sure to check that out. See you, everybody. Have a great night. Wonderful evening. Peace.